Namaskar. Uh, at least I was hoping that by now the governor would have invited TVK to form the government. Um, that's the norm. And I think the governor, Mr. Arlekar, uh, must be knowing of the norm. But of course, when governors become agents of the BJP, they do the bidding of the BJP. And whatever the BJP wants, the governments will do. So if it comes to a bill passed by the legislature, the governments will not clear it. And in Bengal, now that BJP is in power, they will clear it. So at this moment, what is the situation? In a 234 Assembly House, 108 go to the TVK, 59 to the DMK, 47 to the Anna DMK, 5 to INC, 4 to PMK, 2 to IUML, and 2 to CPI. And the magic figure is 190. So clearly, as of today, TVK does not have a majority in the House. There's no doubt about that. I was reminded, this is something interesting. I was reminded of a famous cricketer called Jim Laker. Jim Laker is the highest off-spin or spin wicket taker in the world. He played a match against the Australians, I think, in 1958 and got 19 wickets in a test match, the highest ever. So Arlekar is trying to bowl a spin ball for the government. It is their Laker, not Jim Laker. And he is trying to ensure that somehow the Anna DMK and the DMK get together. And therefore, TVK may not be able to form the government. But from what I hear from the newspapers, DMK have said that we're not going to join with any other party. So now the governor is clearly aware of what the situation is in Tamil Nadu. And he must follow the dictum of the Supreme Court and the recommendations of the Sarkaria Commission. Now, what is the situation? The Sarkaria Commission says if there is a pre-poll alliance which has a majority, then the leader of the pre-poll alliance will be asked to form the government. If there is no pre-poll alliance, then the leader of the largest party, which has the support of others, will form the government. Then if there is a post-poll alliance, which have a majority, then the post-poll alliance, leader of the post-poll alliance, will form the government. These are the recommendations of the Sarkaria Commission, and I'm talking about way back in 1983 to 1998 when these recommendations were made. They say a pre-poll alliance or coalition commanding a majority. That's option number 1 for the governor. The single largest party with support of others, option number 2. A post-election coalition with all partners joining government, option number 3. And a post-election alliance with some parties support from outside, number 4. Right? So at this point in time, no single party has the majority. So therefore, normally, the single largest party, even if they don't enjoy majority, should be asked to form the government. Why is that? The reason is very simple, that the test of majority is not in the domain of the office of the governor. Governor cannot test as to who has the majority. So the governor willy-nilly has to ask the largest single party and the leader of that party to come and form the government. So he'll swear in the leader of the TVK, and then he will give time to the TVK, 5 days, 10 days, or whatever, to show his majority on the floor of the House. And then, if he is able to show his majority on the floor of the House, though many things can happen in that situation. On the floor of the House, there may be some who may support him. There may be others who may not support him, but don't defeat him. Right? They may abstain. Right? So, his government will survive and he will continue to form to manage the government. That's the law, and that's happened actually once, only once in Karnataka, where the BJP had was the single largest, but did not have the majority of the house in Karnataka. And the governor asked the BJP to come and form the government. So you have a precedent also. So I don't see why this governor is not playing ball. And the simple reason is that he wants to buy time and ensure that the BJP can manipulate, and they are past masters at that, the electoral process and somehow manage not to allow TVK to form the government. That's the law on the subject, and I can sort of go on and on. But it's unfortunate that this is happening. I believe that CVK leader met the governor, and the governor told him, show your majority. You don't have majority, but that's not the governor's task. It's not the governor's job, because under Bomai, it is clearly said, and that's a constitutional bench judgment, that the governor cannot decide in his office as to who has majority or not. And every time this has happened in Uttar Pradesh, it happened that the Supreme Court directed a floor test to be done. I myself argued several cases of this nature. So it's unfortunate, and I wanted to bring it to the notice of this government, of the people of my country, that if this is the way governors are going to behave, then we might as well say goodbye to norms and goodbye to democracy.
So can Vijay move the courts immediately? Can he take legal action in this scenario?
No. By the time the legal action is taken, in fact, more time will be spent. You go and file a petition, then they will come and say, we'll file a reply. Then arguments will take place. Then 2 months shall pass. That gives enough time to the BJP. This is not right.
Okay, so when can he take that action?
He can take it actually. That's for him to take that action. It's not for me to advise. But what I'm saying is, this whole process is subversion of the Constitution. If you force a party which has the single largest majority in the House to go to court and seek a judgment of the court, that's actually buying into what the BJP wants. So the governor should do their duty. And the president, if the governor is not doing his duty, dismiss him. But who has the courage to do that?
Sir, if he enjoys the support of few others, then can he literally form the government tomorrow and take charge?
That the governor is saying, you show me that support. That's what's illegal.
So if he gets that by evening, then he can approach the
If he gets it by the evening, yes, but that's not relevant. I mean, you are now putting into place a precedent which is unconstitutional, but it is not for the governor to say. Nobody else has gone to the governor saying that we have majority. DMK has not gone. Anna DMK has not gone. Others don't have the seats in any case. And how can persons with 59, a party with 59 seats or 45 seats go to the governor? So none of the others have gone, right? So on what basis is the governor saying, you prove your majority? This is the wrong question to ask, an unconstitutional methodology adopted by the governor, which of course is unfortunate, but that's the flavor of constitutional law in this country and constitutional politics in this country.
So I'm quoting this press release of Tamil Nadu Lok Bhavan. It is written that the honorable governor explained that the 5 requisite majority support in Tamil Nadu Legislative Assembly essential for the forming the government has not been established.
That's precisely what I said. It's the wrong question. Who is he to say? Who is he to say? Establishment of the majority has to be done on the floor of the House. Governor cannot make that statement, cannot issue that press release. That press release is inconsistent with the law of this country. That's why I say governors are agents of the BJP. Their constitutional office, they are there are tenants. They are tenants at the pleasure of the powers that be.
Sir, the order is telling me because he's doing this. He asked that for 118 signatures.
How can he ask?
He's telling that's because he wants a stable government to be there.
Everybody wants a stable government. Then is that what that's what Bomai says? Is that what the Sarkaria Commission says? Of course, the object of everything is a stable government. Narasimha Rao ran a minority government. Remember, it was pretty stable.
But he's justifying that we want he want to know that whether this.
How can he ask that question? I'm asked.
You want
How many
assure-
times have I to tell you the same thing? He cannot ask this question. That's not the law of this country.
So already he had violated the rules. The governor on his part here.
He's violated the law, but
So
that's
can the president take the immediate step? That's what I'm asking.
please don't embarrass.
But sir, what are the options left for the TVK? You are saying that if they go to court, it will be indirectly a help of that system, what they
Time
you are alleging.
No,
That
people
is
may
then
say,
time.
we support the government from outside. Arre, I don't understand this. You don't have to have a positive vote, but you say, look, we are happy with this government. Let them run the country, let them run the state.
So, sir, here, where does the stalemate get broken? For how long will a government not come into place? Because the guys who have majority, they're not really being able to move ahead.
No,
But
they will
the other-
ultimately, if he doesn't do it within a day or so, he'll have to go to court. There is no choice. And we will then hope that the court will direct immediately within the next 2 days to prove his majority on the floor of the House. So what the governor is is not wishing to do, contrary to the law, the court will direct. It's not an issue. Okay? हाँ. अब हिंदी में थोड़ा बोल दो. अभी तमिलनाडु में स्थिति क्या है कि 234 मेंबर की असेंबली में एक 108 टीवी के पास हैं, डीएमके के 59, 47 अन्ना डीएमके के, इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस के 5, पीएमके के 4, आईयूएमएल के 2 और सीपीआई के 2. तो जो मैजिक फिगर है जिसे बहुमत बनती है वो 118. तो ये तो सही है कि भाई टीवी के पास 118 नहीं है, और मुझे ऐसा नहीं लगता कि 118 वो सबूत कर पाए इस स्थिति में. लेकिन ये भी सही है कि डीएमके ने कहा है कि हम किसी और पार्टी के साथ नहीं जाएंगे. ये भी डीएमके ने कहा कि इसका मतलब कोई विपक्षी दल के पास भी बहुमत नहीं है. तो इस स्थिति में राज्यपाल को क्या करना चाहिए, ये सवाल उठता है. अब इसके साफ जो सरकारिया कमीशन ने इसके बारे में कहा है कि कोई भी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी जब इलेक्शन जीतती है या रिजल्ट जब आते हैं तो क्या होना चाहिए. अगर तो कोई पार्टीज के कोई प्री पोल अलायंस, मतलब इलेक्शन के पहले उनका अगर कोई अलायंस हो और वो बहुमत में हो तो उनकी सरकार बनेगी. अगर वो नहीं होता तो सिंगल लार्जेस्ट पार्टी हो जिसकी सबसे ज़्यादा सीटें हों जिस पार्टी की, और उसको सपोर्ट मिल रहा हो विथ सपोर्ट ऑफ अदर्स, वो सरकार बनाएंगे. दैट्स नंबर 2 ऑप्शन. नंबर 3, अगर कोई पोस्ट पोल इलेक्शन कोएलिशन हो, पोस्ट पोल अलायंस ना हो, इलेक्शन कोएलिशन हो, वो अगर उनको बहुमत हो तो तीसरा ऑप्शन ये है. और चौथा है कि पोस्ट पोल इलेक्शन अलायंस. तो यहाँ तो पहला नहीं है, तीसरा नहीं है और चौथा नहीं है. यहाँ तो सिंगल लार्जेस्ट पार्टी है, तो बाकी तो बहुमत है ही नहीं, और वो खुद कह रहे हैं कि हम सरकार नहीं बना सकते. तो इस पे क्या करना चाहिए गवर्नर को? गवर्नर को साफ टीवीके को बुलाना चाहिए और उनको कहना चाहिए कि आपको मैं 2-3 दिन की बहुमत देता हूँ, और आप 2-3 दिन की मौका देता हूँ. आप 2-3 दिन में अपनी मेजॉरिटी हाउस में सिद्ध करो. ये होना चाहिए गवर्नर का रवैया. ये संवैधानिक है और ये सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कई फैसलों में कहा भी है. और इसका एक उदाहरण कर्नाटका में भी रहा कि सिंगल लार्जेस्ट पार्टी को वहाँ एक बार बुलाया गया कि आप सिद्ध करिए अपना हाउस में कि आपके पास बहुमत है कि नहीं, और वो सरकार चली. तो एक उदाहरण भी है. लेकिन अभी गवर्नर साहब ने एक प्रेस रिलीज इशू किया है जिसमें उन्होंने कहा है कि भाई मुझे बताइए, टीवी को कहा है मुझे बताइए कि आपके पास मेजॉरिटी है या नहीं. जब तक मेजॉरिटी नहीं होगी तब तक मैं आपको शपथ नहीं दूंगा. तो ये अपने आप में असंवैधानिक है, गलत है. असूलों के खिलाफ है, सरकारिया कमीशन की रिकमेंडेशन के खिलाफ है, बोमाई की जजमेंट के खिलाफ है, और उनको बुलाना चाहिए। लेकिन कहना पड़ता है कि जो हमारे राज्यपाल हैं वो जैसे हाई कमांड, उनका तो हाई कमांड भाजपा है ना, तो जैसा हाई कमांड कहता है वैसा ही करते हैं। तो हाई कमांड कहता है कि अभी रुक जाओ, हम कोशिश करते हैं, षड्यंत्र चलाते हैं, किसी तरीके से डीएमके मान जाए, लेकिन डीएमके ने कह दिया कि हम तो इनके साथ समझौता नहीं करेंगे, और इसलिए डीएमके हाउस में बैठने के लिए तैयार भी है। तो दिक्कत क्या है फिर राज्यपाल को? दिक्कत यही है कि वो नहीं चाहते कि टीवी के सरकार बनाए, और अब जो जनता चाहती है कि वो बनाएं और गवर्नर चाहता है तो नहीं बनाएं, तो निश्चित रूप से दाल में कुछ काला है ना। गवर्नर को सोचना चाहिए कि मैं एक संवैधानिक पद पे बैठा हूं और मैंने ओथ लिया है कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के प्रति, संविधान के प्रति, तो उस ओथ का मुझे पालन करना चाहिए। और अगर नहीं करना चाहते तो कौन, इस देश में कोई कुछ कह नहीं सकता। अब एक ही चारा है टीवीके के पास कि कोर्ट जाएं, अगर वो नहीं मानते, अगर एक दिन में जल्दी जाना पड़ेगा और कहें कि साहब आप आदेश दीजिए, हम सिंगल लार्जेस्ट पार्टी हैं, हम प्रूव करेंगे अपनी मेजॉरिटी ऑन द फ्लोर ऑफ द हाउस। बट यही एक चारा है, नहीं तो ऐसे ही चलता रहेगा। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
सर
सर
क्या प्रेसिडेंट के पास उतना पावर होता है कि वो गवर्नर को
बिल्कुल,
इस्तीफे
अगर
भेज
प्रेसिडेंट को
सके?
मालूम है, मालूम होगा, बड़े बड़े यहाँ ज्ञानी लोग बैठे हुए हैं और वो बता दिया होगा उन्होंने, लेकिन वो तो कहते होंगे कि आप इसमें क्यों पढ़ते हो, हमें कुछ करने दो। तो राष्ट्रपति जी तो ऐसा नहीं करेंगे, लेकिन करना चाहिए क्योंकि ये तो उल्लंघन है संविधान का।
सर आप तो स्टेट की बात कर रहे हैं, सेंटर में भी शायद ऐसा उदाहरण पहले रहा है 96
माइनॉरिटी में रही ना सरकार।
देखिए जब वहाँ मौका दिया, तो आज आपको लगता है कि एक राजनीतिक तौर पे भी आज जरूरत है इस बात की कॉल लेने की केंद्र सरकार को भी, कि इस तरीके से हस्तक्षेप किया जाए?
आप बड़े इनोसेंट हो यार, केंद्र सरकार कहाँ कॉल लेगी? केंद्र सरकार तो चाहती है कि कोई सरकारी केवल बीजेपी की सरकार बने। केंद्र सरकार का तो यही रवैया रहता है ना कि कोई विपक्ष की सारे देश में होनी नहीं चाहिए। ये तो केंद्र का एक सोच है कि हर जगह पे डबल इंजन, हालांकि वो रुक रहा है, डबल इंजन चल नहीं रहा कहीं, लेकिन फिर भी चाहते हैं कि डबल इंजन हो।
सर जैसा कि आपने कहा कि केंद्र सरकार नहीं चाहती कि किसी और की गवर्नमेंट तमिलनाडु में बने, तो ऐसे में क्या अब सुप्रीम कोर्ट का रुख टीवीके को करना चाहिए?
नहीं, सुप्रीम हाई कोर्ट में ही जा सकते हैं, सुप्रीम कोर्ट आने की क्या जरूरत है? सुप्रीम कोर्ट आएंगे, वो कहेंगे आप हाई कोर्ट क्यों नहीं जाते, तो फिर और 2-4 दिन निकल जाएंगे, तो हाई कोर्ट जाएं। अगर नहीं कुछ होता तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट आ सकते हैं। ठीक है ना? बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
थैंक यू।